Welcome back to At Mac. I'm Izzy.
And I'm Addison.
And we're here with Lawton Mayor Stan Booker.
Thank you again for joining us.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Can you tell us more about the statewide mayor's essay contest?
Well, I sure can. It really starts with, obviously there's a prize, $250, and then there's a second and third place, but locally we're going to review the same essays, and you can win 100, 75, or 50 locally. And you'll have an opportunity, if you want to come to City Hall and read your essay before the council. So that'll be fun if you want to do it. But the essay contest really has to do with helping 8th graders understand more what the mayor is about. And usually when I'm talking to a group of 8th graders, I get a lot of ideas about what the mayor's job is. But the essay that typically win are the essays that focus on the future and how they would build the community. Let me say it this way. I'm putting it in my words. How they would build the community that they want to stay in, to raise their family in. All of them have to start out, if I were mayor, and then you go from there. So being mayor is a misunderstood job because the mayor doesn't run the city. The city manager runs the city. The mayor helps build consensus and paints a picture and points us towards the future. See, being mayor is not about me, and being an elected official is not about any of the city council people or myself. We're about how do we build a city for the future for you and your parents, and even your children. And that's what being mayor is about.
That is really cool.
The prompt is, if I were mayor, I would. What do students need to know about what you do as mayor?
So I do a lot, but the focus, and in life we have to have a focus that we drive for. What are we driving for? But all the other little things we have to deal with. The challenges that come up, we have to deal with this, we have to deal with that, we have to deal with this. But all the time we have to be focused on the future and take all of the things that we're having to deal with and deal with them so that we head towards the future in a better peace. Now, a lot of the mayor's job is going out and speaking. And you might say the mayor's job sometimes is making people feel good. Because I've learned that people appreciate the mayor showing up and acknowledging what they do. Because the city doesn't run by one person or one organization. And so what I try to do is make as many events as I can to let people know that I appreciate what they're doing. That could be a soccer club that comes together to provide soccer opportunities for kids, athletic opportunities that teach you life lessons. It could be the American veteran supporters that make sure that our veterans are honored on Veterans Day, as well as that we put flags out on Veterans Day on all the graves. We're a community that loves our veterans. It could be a group that provides food for folks that are struggling. For instance, our food bank. I like to go by the food bank and let everybody know that I appreciate them and what they're doing. And so that's an important part of leadership, and I love doing that. But the real job of mayor is pointing us to the future and building a plan and keeping everybody focused on the goal and not allowing the side distractions from becoming the goal.
What are some improvement ideas you've heard from Lawtonians that students can take inspiration from?
I think probably the number one thing for students to understand is that what we're doing, the jobs that we're creating, and I don't know if you guys know this, but I'd like for every 8th grader to just think for a while about what kind of job they want when they get out of school. Whether you don't go to college, maybe go to trade school, but what kind of job do you want? How much money do you want to make? because everything about improving a city revolves around better jobs. More jobs and better jobs. So what I would say that we take away from the questions I've had is how the people at the city council and other community leaders are focused on making a better city for you. Remember, the jobs we're creating, I can't do them. The $100,000 jobs we're creating in drone technology, we have something that going on in the FISTA, the Fires Innovation Science and Technology Accelerator, called Cyber Electromagnetic Activity Artificial Intelligence. I don't even know what that is. I can hardly say it. But the people that are doing that work are making $100,000 a year. They get 4 or 5 weeks vacation. They have the money that they can go. And it's all about creating better jobs for you and your parents. Now, we have a lot of social issues in our city, as all cities do. But if you'll look at cities across the country that have the least social problems, they are the cities that have the best paying jobs. So when it gets down to what's mayor being about, of all the things I do, of all the speeches I give, of all the places I visit, and in 4 days before Christmas I visited 37 places. So you get real busy, and just like this one, I was a little late here because I was at another place, and I go from event to event to event. But the most important thing is, as I deal with all that and do that, is that we keep focused and we keep the city focused on the future.
Wow.
What do you believe young people need to know about making an impact in the community?
You know, here's what I think they need to know. Of all the things you'll chase in your life, of all the things you want to do, whether it's career, education, whatever you do, and they're all important and they're all necessary, but nothing will fulfill you more than making a difference in other people's lives. Nothing will fulfill you more than service to other people. And that's one thing about being an elected official, is you are here to serve other people. And leadership is about service. Probably when I was in 8th grade, I had a different idea about leadership. But leadership is about the people you're leading. Leadership is about serving the people that you are leading.
What opportunities for leadership do you see for our young citizens?
Well, there are a lot. And do you know that, let me give you, for instance, you guys are in the learning phase of life. That will never stop, but it will change. And you can come, anybody can get 30 minutes with the mayor, and you can come and you can talk to me about what you think needs to be done in the city. Besides writing the essay, I want you to write the essay. Because I know somebody from Lawton's got to win that essay, right? But you can get involved in, there's a program called AIM, and you can get in that. That's a leadership program. Take every opportunity to learn to speak in front of people. Doesn't have to be a stadium full of people. It could just be a room full of people. Take every opportunity to learn to speak in front of people. Take every opportunity to serve and be involved in service in some way. Maybe it's picking up litter. I see a lot of kids like Key Club. Key Club is everywhere. The MacArthur Key Club specifically, I go to a lot of events and the MacArthur Key Club is there. The MacArthur ROTC is there. And they're always out in some way serving in different ways. Get involved in an organization that serves. Let me give you an example of how the ROTC serves. We can call the MacArthur ROTC and they will come and do the colors, you know, where they march in with the flags and post the colors. They'll do that just about anywhere for us. I'm assuming we could conflict with their calendar and they couldn't do it, but they would try to do it. The MacArthur Key Club, I run into them at the Center for Creative Living, which is a senior citizen place, and they're there serving food, okay? I've run into them out here at the Veterans Center right down the road, and they're there serving and doing other things to honor the veterans. So join groups that are about service and serve. That's leadership.
What What advice would you give young leaders learning to take charge?
So taking charge is something that happens. I don't know. If you want to take charge, you have to have a vision. Leadership, once again, is about vision. It's not management. Management keeps things where it is. If you want to take charge, what do you have to offer the organization? Can you take the organization, whatever the organization is, let's say it's Media Club, you want to be the president, where can you take the organization? If you don't take it anywhere, if all you do is manage it, you're a manager. Leadership is about vision. We're going to be starting our strategic planning for the city. Now, strategy is an interesting word because to me, it says we've got to have a vision. Where do we want to go? We don't need a strategy if we don't have a vision. How do we develop a strategy if we don't know where we want to go? Strategy is about vision and action. I'd say the same thing for a young leader. Whatever it is they want to take charge of, what is their vision and how are they going to get there? Here's where we are, and whatever our organization is, we're right here. Here's where we want to go, and what's our action plan to get us there, okay? And when you can start, when a young leader understands vision, they will start to excel as a leader.
Thank you again for joining us at Mac, Mayor Booker.
Like and subscribe for more content from MacArthur Middle School.
Thank you guys for having me.